Lone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their new pizza bagel with pepperoni and fresh mozzarella grilled on a sun-dried tomato bagel. And try their Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12. Like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday. We are one sleep away from Nebraska versus Colorado. It will be Bloody Marys and mimosas tomorrow. So early.
You know, it's
and omelets. I want some omelets.
Yeah.
And donuts.
What else you want?
I don't know. Hash browns, bacon.
It is one more sleep, and so the showdown goes down in Boulder. I wish I could say the beat down in Boulder. I'd love to see that take place. We'll see what happens. A lot to get to on this Friday. You guys, we got to tour the studio yesterday, man. The new digs. What's your thoughts, Rico?
Digs. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I can't wait for it to be done and have everything in there because I just trying to imagine it doesn't even
man.
do it justice. DP is explaining everything, where everything's going to be, how it's all going to look, and that's all fine and dandy. And trying to get that in your mind is all fine and dandy, but it's nothing on what it's actually going to look like.
It's going to be ridiculous, man. What's the actual address? Because see, I just know where it's at. I know what in O though.
I think it's 11th and O.
Yeah, 11th and O.
11th and O, the old LES building, where they were just recently at, not the old one, but they were just recently at. LES on 11th and O. If you look, there's the big signs up. Go to the 93.7 ticket Twitter page. You can see the different monikers that are up there. The scrolling across. I mean, the place is just off the chain. Raff, what was your thoughts, man?
Well, me being the 29-year-old Raff that I am now, I was like, wow, this place is awesome. Like, it's going to be like a sports mecca.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking back, what would 12-year-old Raff have thought? This would be a spot where I'd be like, hey, Mom, is there any chance you can like maybe drive us down so we can just hang out? I mean, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
They get all the televisions hung up. I forgot. Did they say like
14
televisions?
And
all of them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a place where if you want to talk sports, if you want to have a meeting, if you want to do anything, I mean, that's the place to be.
Yeah.
And then I was having flashes back to my Today Show experience. We got the big bay window that faces out onto O Street, where if you want to come down and, hey, come say hi, you can stand outside the window. I mean, Raff's roadies are going to be outside with their signs, holding them up, going, hey, look at me.
Why it is Friday.
Come on,
and
come on.
You always bring it back to yourself.
It's Raff's roadies.
Okay.
We're starting a trend here.
You are starting to trend. It's Friday, and the studio, I'm excited about the studio, man.
You're better than that.
Oh, gosh, so desperate.
Desperate?
It's
I'm
just
calling out to my roadies.
okay.
We need to come up with a better name.
It's I'm just excited for the new spot, man. The biggest thing is see a vision that DP and Becca had, and to see where it comes to fruition like that. The coffee shop, the partnership with the mill, that's going to be there with it. Like Raff mentioned, there'll be the outside place where you can walk through on game day. That's going to be the patio. How many seats? Of people to see 50 out there,
50, something like that.
50-something people out there will be absolutely insane. So
I was trying to find a spot for the side by side that we're going to get at some point, because we're going to get one.
Yeah, you can get what now?
A side by side. Little 4-seater.
Oh, the 4-seater.
Because look, man, you don't want to have to go to your car. You don't have to go to your car and drive to PBA or walk to Memorial or walk to PBA. So we get a little ticket side by side. All of a sudden, you're just like, hey, I got to get the Memorial Stadium. Driver Rico put on a little different hat. I got you.
Side by side.
I'll take you out.
AD's gonna want to sign. I'm here for you, Mr. Davis.
Exactly.
Who's that?
You.
I'll have a sign that says Mr. Davis' ride is here.
Oh, crap.
Mr. Davis, your ride is here.
Davis, your ride is here.
Mike must be talking about somebody else.
Maybe before, if we go, maybe we have to wait a little bit to get the side by side. Pedal cab.
Yeah, those are gonna be sweet, man.
I know a guy, but his company's in Omaha. Maybe
those guys come. They come down here quite a bit on game days.
We'll see if he can expand.
I think half the time we're on those guys from other place from Omaha. Then you have this one cab dude.
I think we have a pedal cab on contract.
Yeah, that dude is cool as a fan.
Do
man.
you? Your cigar lounge.
But now we're so close though.
Yeah, you don't.
Now it's just. I mean,
it's still like 3 or 4 blocks. I mean, let's be honest.
What was I thinking?
Let's be honest.
Unless we're within 500 yards, we ain't walking.
500. That might even be pushing it.
You're like,
well, I guess 500 because that's par 5. Yeah, that's about right.
It's a lot closer. It's a lot closer to Jake's though. It's closer than Jake's. Yeah. That was a jaunt. Now this one here, I
think it's still a pedal cab.
Yeah, because we can shoot through. You can shoot right through campus, but
yeah,
to the studio. The studio is gorgeous, so we can't wait to for our family let you and your family see it because it is pretty dang cool, man. So we were able to be there last night. A number of our teammates already out in the Boulder area. You have Naj, aka Nick. Who's already out there. Nick is probably still celebrating the win, which we'll talk about. He's celebrating his Lions.
He's probably Naj right now.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know who he is. Or where he is.
Well,
or why he is.
He was calling us when they faked the punt because we were still at the studio and we were driving. back home, and
Oh, he called you guys?
Yeah, I just dipped. Oh, you spilled the beans.
So he calls and
Wow.
Rico's like, nice. See,
first
Oh,
words
you
out,
guys, huh?
He just texted me just Lions.
first words
What was it?
first words out of his mouth. Lions are solid. Lions are legit. Jahmyr Gibbs is the greatest running back in the history of the NFL.
I FaceTimed him so he could see the new studio. And
Yeah,
he
you
can't
did.
Even, and he can't even call me
You did FaceTime me.
to
I don't
rant
understand.
about his Lions.
I don't understand it.
You know, when because he was talking to me right after we were leaving the studio, we were getting to watch the game, and he was still talking. I was like, man, I got to go watch this game.
Yeah.
So I just dipped.
It was a good game, except for Kadarius Toney.
We're going to talk in detail about that because I think you just poked the bear is what you did. However, though, does not negate what Detroit did. I don't want people saying, well, they didn't have Kelsey, they have Jones. It's called the NFL. You know what I'm saying? No one was saying anything about I don't want to get too far into it. I am going to say this, though. No one was saying anything about Kelsey when that tight end was catching passes all over the field either.
No. Well,
You know
the
what I'm
Chiefs
saying?
also had a little bit of an unfair advantage on their offensive line, but we'll get to that later too.
I want to see that because I
It's
to
just
your
a
point.
Thursday night tradition now.
To your point,
Apparently,
I was looking on Twitter last night. I was thinking like, I'm not an official. I don't know close to all the rules whatsoever. I just don't understand how that's not offsides.
well, they explained it.
Hold it.
We'll get
Because we want to get into it, Rico, because I'm just like blown away how that is not offsides. But nevertheless, we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I got my golf pants on because me and Raff are golfing after this.
Oh, cool.
Yes. I think it's the first, but also I'm glad I got warm because it's cold. It's not as bad here this morning.
Yeah.
Folks, when we come back, it is Boulder Week. We have Nick already out there. Foreman's on his way. Strickland left last night. I think DP is heading out today. Jake is heading out about 9 o'clock. Sip should be close to the airport right now because he's got to be boarding.
left at like
VJ
4
left at
a.m.
4 a.m. Farley left early. So Rico's holding it down here in the studio along with Mark. These are the guys that really hold it down because me and Raff don't know what the heck we're doing with these buttons. Raff may, but I sure as heck don't.
Push the button in the middle.
Yeah. So, folks, we'll be talking Chiefs. If you're a Chiefs fan, it's a long season, though. If you're a Lions fan, you're feeling pretty good. We'll talk Chiefs Lions when we come back, and of course, Husker football on the top of the hour. We're back. Ticket Drive.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their new pizza bagel with pepperoni and fresh mozzarella grilled on a sun-dried tomato bagel. And try their Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023. Subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Accelerate your financial journey. With Kasasa Cash, experience the thrill of earning more with each transaction or the freedom to withdraw your cash from any ATM nationwide. Not to mention, no monthly service fees. It's the power of earning up to 5.5% APY on your Kasasa Cash with Liberty First Credit Union. Earn rewards beginning at a penny, continuing up to $40,000. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat. Different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday. The National Football League kicked off last night down in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri.
Geha Field.
Geha. I was trying to pronounce it, but I was like,
I actually don't know if that's how I don't know if it's that or if they actually say Geha.
I think they say it. I don't know. It'll be Arrowhead to me forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always going to be Arrowhead. It's we got a text in here from a new texter. I want to read that. Appreciate you.
Hey.
It's Jerry from Great Falls, Montana, 64. Jerry, good morning, my man. Thanks for tuning in to us. Appreciate you.
Jerry.
And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I've been to Great Falls, Montana, and it is absolutely beautiful out there, as well as I've been to Havre, Montana, which is way north. A lot of places out there. So, Jerry, thanks for checking in with us this morning. You guys, crazy game last night. A lot of different ways. I was just blown away at the I would say the resolve of Detroit, though. But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's a quote, you guys, that stood out to me that DC said, Dan Campbell said last night. I'm gonna look right there for it. It's right here.
We reached up and bit a kneecap off. Man's all about biting off kneecaps.
Lions coach Dan Campbell said he didn't learn anything from the win. I got verification what I already knew. I love that.
These boys are dogs.
Yeah, he goes, I didn't learn anything new. I already knew this. We do this, man. He knew he wasn't surprised whatsoever. Of course, the Lions sneak one out, take one away from the Chiefs last night, 21-20 there in Arrowhead. It was lead up to the game, because my neighbor is a season ticket holder. He was sending me pictures like at 9:30, 10. I was showing up at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. They were tailgating already. So you imagine all of that leading up to this this major game, and just the deflation that took place when Detroit never looked flustered to me, fellas.
No. Jared Goff has the same look on his face all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Never
never too high, never too low. They were just always there
Pretty
in the
even
moment,
keel.
present, ready to go blow for blow with Kansas City if it turned into a track meet, ready to play some hard-nosed defense, which is what this game turned out to be. And Detroit, I still don't think it'll be very good, but Detroit looked like a pretty solid team.
Whoa, Rico! I like how you snuck that in, Rav, did you?
Speaking of tailgating, it makes me wonder if Kadarius Toney went out 12 hours beforehand. Was tailgating yesterday too. I was like, holy cow.
Can we talk about how quarterbacks get dinged for interceptions regardless of how the interception happens?
Oh, he
because
had
that ball
pissed.
was thrown perfectly.
Right in his hands.
Right in
into
his
Tony's
hands.
hands, and it just slips right out, goes right into the rookie's hands, and he takes it back for a pick six.
The pictures
If
on
Kadarius Toney had any type of hands,
Mahomes was
then
20,
then the Chiefs win that game because that pick six doesn't happen.
four, Rav. 4 drops.
4 drops.
8 total.
That final drive, I think it was the final drive for the Chiefs. Wide open, easy first down. He'd still be running.
Oh yeah.
Check
He
this
easily
out.
would have scored.
He'd still be running. 4 from Kadarius Toney, 2 from receiver Sky Moore, who's on my fantasy team.
Same.
He's on yours as well.
Yep.
Rough
my
night for the
gosh,
Sky
yes.
Moore people.
Running back Jarrett McKinnon had 1, and rookie receiver Rashid Rice had 1 as well. I mean, it was just blown away. The pass he threw to Toney, though, which was huge if they get, because that's a first down if he gets that. He'd probably still run if he gets that. Then the next one becomes a turnover shortly after that.
And that was a drop by McKinnon.
Yep. And it was just, there were so many things to where, on the positive side, if you're a Chiefs fan, and Chiefs fans out there, I know there's a lot of you out there, it's first game. The Chiefs, if you drop 8 passes and still lose by 1, that's even more. We know that as Husker fans, believe us.
Yeah.
We feel that type of pain.
You played a pretty good game.
You played a pretty good game.
You just,
shot yourself in the foot.
Should do what you get paid to do,
Yeah.
which is catch. But like, I'm not even asking you to catch the ball and break 3 tackles and score. Just catch the ball. Catch the ball and fall down, and the Chiefs win that game.
Raff, if you're Dan Campbell right now, I'm not even saying Dan Campbell. What were your thoughts on the game in general? I know it's hard for you being a Broncos fan too.
No,
Look at it objectively.
I'm pretty good at watching stuff objectively. I mean, I might say things sometimes that make me not sound objective, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs, you've still got number 15. So as long as you have number 15, you're always going to be in the games. You're always going to be competitive. It's just a given. That's just his DNA. I did enjoy reading through all the tweets last night after the game and everybody going, Chris Jones can name what he wants now. Chris Jones can name what he wants now. And I saw one of the responses was, does Chris Jones play receiver now? I was like, the worry in Kansas City has got to be the drops, because you don't want this to become like they're going to hear about it all week. So either you have 2 ways. You either come back next week and have a flawless game, or it gets in the mental side of it and it becomes a season-long issue. And that'll be a problem, because if defenses know that, Travis Kelce is 1A. I mean, he's their top receiver.
Yep.
And if defenses know, well, hey, we can pull off people from these other receivers because we know they're not going to.
They're not going to catch it.
They're not going to catch it.
We don't even need to put a corner on.
So no matter how good Travis Kelce is, if he's running around with double coverage the entire time, Mahomes is going to be forced to have to throw to these receivers, which, I mean, like you said, they're NFL players, so you would expect it to get it. I mean, I was huge going into the season. Kadarius Toney was my, this guy's going to have a huge season. I thought he was like the secret guy for the Chiefs. So it's like, well, you're going to have Kelce. He's going to be uber productive. But I was like, if Toney stays healthy with his tools that he has, I mean, he was open, but just catching the ball is a problem. So I think the Chiefs will be fine. I don't see it being an issue. The only way it becomes an issue is if the receivers, make it an issue and it gets into the mental side and they continue to drop balls.
I mean, to me, Kadarius Toney should be their number 1 receiver, like receiver, not receiving threat, but their number 1 wide receiver. Kadarius Toney, with all the physical tools and attributes and the skills that he has, should be their number 1 receiver. But if he can't catch a football, that's the first thing you need to do.
I
as
was
a
also
receiver.
surprised by Sky Moore. I thought Sky Moore was going to have a big game last night too.
He had a decent, but 2 drops still is way
Yeah.
too much for a guy who is a little bit undersized, and that's going to
Yeah.
be his, just catching the ball, falling down, getting
And
first downs, just being a possession receiver is really his specialty. He's got a little bit of speed as well, but he's not going to burn anybody like Tyreek Hill did for another undersized receiver.
And the Lions, if Ray's listening, if Nick's out of bed yet, doubt it. I'm saying that the Lions are going to be a problem. I mean, they are such a well-coached team, but also the translation from college to pro for Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, usually first game of your rookie year, and it looked like he made the transition, like his speed.
Yeah.
He looked like he was the fastest player on the field.
Well, it'd be a
when he
lot
touched
easier
the
for
ball.
him to get in a groove and to put up more stats if you didn't sit him on the bench after he made big plays.
Yeah.
Well, you
Don't
gotta
understand
gotta play
that.
Montgomery.
Don't understand that, but yeah, sure, whatever. Aiden Hutchinson causing havoc in his second year in the league, still looking fantastic as a former number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah.
He looked fantastic for the
I love
Lions
how
defensive line.
they're
However,
miking up the parents now. I'm
yeah,
like,
that's weird.
I'm going,
Yeah, that
going
was
above
a
and
bit
beyond
weird.
there.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Stop.
how Hutchinson's parents mic'd
Yeah.
up. I'm
Mic'd
like,
up.
you know what? I'm thinking, you're not micing me up. I'm here to watch. No.
You know what I care? I
I
care
think
about
that's weird.
finding the parents for a rookie after they do so, like their first, if it's a defensive player, their
Yeah.
first sack, their first interception. If it's an offensive player, their first touchdown. Find the parents. I want to hear that moment.
Yeah.
Other than that, stop cutting to the parents.
And let
I
them
don't
enjoy
care.
the game.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Stop
I've
cutting
never
to the
been a
parents,
fan
please.
of that one right there.
But speaking of Aiden Hutchinson and him causing havoc, a little hard to cause havoc when an offensive lineman is 5 yards deep into the backfield to stop you from rushing the passer. As the Chiefs, their right tackle was lined up constantly moving. And there is a thing where when you're in a 2-point stance, you can move that back foot as long as you get it replanted before the snap.
The problem is I understand about moving the back foot, but when you're moving the back foot and you're leaning backwards, that's false start. That's
It should
false
be.
start. And
You guys, it's
if it's that noticeable, it's false start. I mean,
It's that and the fact that he's lining up. So they talked to Dean Blandino. Was it Dean Blandino?
Yeah.
His
and he
helmet's
said
got to be at his waist,
in line with the belt line
Yeah.
of the center, in order for it not to be like an illegal formation or anything like
yeah.
that. And Dean Blandino's like, he's lined offsides illegally every single time. He's like, the referees, I don't know how they don't see this, but then he said it's up to the opposing coaches to bring this to the attention of the referees. And for me, I'm like, no, it's not. It's up to the referees to do their job and see that and be like, hey, dude, you can't line up like that.
But that's the crazy thing about it, though, is the guys up in the boxes, usually they have the game. Sometimes they have the broadcast on. Just depends how Kansas City has it set up.
Mhm.
So the guys up in the box and the coaching staff, and even the guys on the field, they see it. They were telling the referees. I have no doubt in my mind they were telling the referees, but it comes down to the referees, and it's like they do their meetings after every week or whatever. They have to hear about that because that was crazy. I was like, and now he's playing eye back.
It's just unfair. There's no way as a pass rusher you can get any sort of pressure on a quarterback when the offensive tackle's lined up that deep in the backfield and is able to keep you from getting to him.
But if they're letting you do it, you keep on doing it.
You keep on doing it.
Yeah.
He's almost back to like a slot back.
Got an eligible receiver.
It was ridiculous. And they get off the false start he was getting, the kickback before the ball's even snapped.
It's unbelievable.
I was also
It's unbelievable.
Another guy that I was happy for just to see back out there, and he looks healthy, is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It looked like he got some of his
a lot of his
juice,
back.
some of his juice.
Yeah, explosion.
It just looked like he looked healthy because the last couple of years, it just looked like I was like, oh no, he lost it. But
see on this clip here, you guys can't see it. I'll show you, but it looks like it's Jawan Taylor is who it is, but it looks like he's just
They signed him off. They played him. He was with the Jags last year, and he was doing the same thing.
And they were talking about it on
Juwan
the
Taylor.
broadcast. They were like, that's why they signed him, is because he's so good at this. I was like, good at it? What do you mean? He's good at cheating?
I mean, this guy can break rules like no other.
This guy breaks rules, and I tell you what, he never gets caught.
Very, very
He
talented.
never gets caught.
He never gets caught.
Very talented.
I'm surprised Bill Belichick didn't sign him.
Yeah. See, you know, Rico, as a Patriots fan, I'm glad that you can just admit it. Just say, hey, if they ain't calling it is what it is.
Like, it's not cheating until you get
You
caught.
cheat to win the game.
You just heard what it is.
And everybody does it. The Steelers got caught for it, but nobody ever brings that up.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Watch it.
You know what? Hold the boat has a good point. He goes, this doesn't help the NFL with its rigged for Mahomes to be the next face of the league like Brady. You know what? It's I don't know how you don't call that.
If
Probably
you
put it
ain't,
that way.
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Follow the script.
Oh man.
That was part of the script. They told Tony, they said, hey man,
Follow the
4
script.
drops. He's like, but I want to catch something. No. 4 drops.
Follow the drops. Follow the scripts. That commercial was hilarious too.
They said you got to find out a way to tip it, and it has to get to this rookie. He's going to get this pick. But later in the game, you're
Follow
going to
the
get
script.
hurt, kid.
Follow the script.
Folks, we'll be right back. Sanderson, I'm glad you had a good birthday. He says, forgive me for never shedding a tear for the poor Chiefs fans. Actually, it was a great way to end his birthday. Dang. We'll be back to talk about history. More football, a lot more football, and a certain game that's going to take place in almost 24 hours from now. We'll be right back. The Ticket.
Acres, your John Deere dealers, offering high financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Attack, which is an exciting pre-workout for athletes and gym enthusiasts who want the most out of their workouts. Attack can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12. Like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for rewarding careers supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. No discussions of how money works. No game plan for how education supports your future job or career. And certainly no coaching about how to start or run a business. Too many young people leave school without critical skills in financial literacy, work and career readiness, and and entrepreneurship to reach their potential in life. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field, but we can't do it alone.
Be a game changer. Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin? Choose from the hundreds of realtors in town.
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, one day away from Nebraska versus Colorado, but before that, there's always history.
And before we go to history, quick shout out to Mississippi Mud Dog.
Yeah.
Not listening because I'm teaching, but just know we are at Color Middle School, old middle school, the Color Cougars. She's right down the road from us, actually.
The Cougars.
Driver maybe a 4-iron away, at least for me. Before we go to history, though, bro, with Chris Jones, remember we were talking about this yesterday, Ralph?
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of people talking about, well, he's not playing. He's got 19.4, 19.2 on his contract left this year, so last year. And me and Raff were talking last night. We were thinking about this, and me and Foreman were texting back and forth early this morning before he flew out, and he agreed. I mean, you think about what happened with Earl Thomas back in 2018 with the Seahawks, where he was sitting out. He sat out because he was trying to resign. He goes in and blows his knee out, and he flips the bird, which I don't agree with that, but I can understand frustration. He flips the bird to the entire sideline as he's being carted off the field. The first game he comes back, blows his knee. Obviously, the rest is history. There's no signed contracts. He bounced around, went to Baltimore. They released him from he got an altercation with somebody.
He
there.
had some off-field stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
some off-field issues that just happened. But that's why there's a part of me. It is a business. End of the day, it's a business. And what I'm glad to hear from the Chiefs locker room is nothing about it. Don't talk about another man's money. My Steelers did that. What's our running back that Le'Veon Bell. There was a guy that came out. I forget who it was. It said something. It rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, don't talk about nobody else's money in that locker room. Because at the end of the day, you're a team, but it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it twisted. It is a business. So I necessarily don't blame Chris Jones. Now, granted, he is, but let's say he comes out, blows his knee out. Okay, that could be worth, anywhere from 15 to 20 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a part of me, I don't blame him for that part of it because it is a business. He's got to play his contract. Look, this is a business. You may disagree, but there's a part of me that doesn't blame him. It's like, you signed a contract. Yeah,
and
but
it goes both ways.
It goes both
too.
ways.
Because I know the running backs were upset at the beginning of the year because they don't feel they're not getting paid, what they should be. But at the end of the day, it's a business. Like me and AD were talking last night. You've got Pacheco, who's drafted in the 7th round. Yeah. There's a reason why these running backs are not getting paid.
They're a commodity.
You're able to go out and get these running backs in the 7th round that are able to be successful. So
They took Clyde with the last pick in the 1st round. He had a good first season, was, injured his last 2 seasons. They get Pacheco in the 7th round last season. Turns out to be a really solid running back for him. I don't see Clyde getting, big money contract.
Yep.
So it just happens. It's unfortunate.
And also, too, with Chris Jones, say he comes in, he's eventually signing a contract. It's probably going to be $30 million. somewhere up there in that Bosa range. And well, that right there, that's another kick to why your running backs aren't going to get paid a lot either, because you're going to sit there and be like, well, if we're paying him $30 million, there's got to be a position group that's not going to get it, and it's going to be the running back probably most every time, just for the fact that there's so many of them out there,
especially in this offense with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're gonna look to pay wide receivers and tight ends before they pay their running backs.
And even receivers, if you get too crazy, they're going to let you go too. You look at where your boys at Miami right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're just like, I'm just
Tyreek.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. It's like, I'm not going to pay that type of money. The Chiefs, the Hunts, and as well as the Rooney's kind of run their franchises the same. It's like, we ain't paying no one too crazy.
They're like, we'll pay you. You know, we'll do our best to give you that hometown discount.
We're not breaking the bank on you,
but
though.
we're not going to spend all that. You know, unless you're Patrick Mahomes, unless you're the franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
give you half a bill.
Or Watt in Pittsburgh.
Can you imagine, though, speaking about families and running organizations and stuff like that, if you would have told me that the Bengals would have the highest paid player in the history of the NFL, I would have said, no way.
Heck, 20 years, 5 years ago, I would have been like, are you crazy?
The Bengals have always been very stingy with their money, and that they actually made Burrow the highest paid player. And that's crazy to me.
Well, people.
Patrick Mahomes is walking around, hide your money, there's poor people around.
My nephew last night, since we met, she goes, man, just think, Nebraska that Burrow. I'm like, no. Thank God Burrow did not come to Nebraska during that time, because he would have been dead. There'd have been no way to protect. Burrow would not have the career at Nebraska that he had at LSU. He had Jefferson.
Can we just bury that?
Yeah, Jefferson. Jeffries. What's the man? Chase. Jamar. Yeah, Chase and Jeffries. Thaddeus Moss.
Clyde
Edwards-Helaire. An offensive line. There's no way his career.
That defense.
Coach Bill Bush.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way his career would have been mirrored at Nebraska. We didn't have the pieces that they had there.
No.
So no, it's a blessing he didn't come to Nebraska. No
I
doubt.
I say it all the time.
Edo.
If he would have came to Nebraska, he'd have that insurance sign up on O Street somewhere.
Yeah, he'd be making a good living, but not $275 million.
That's the thing. Like it sucks. He wanted to play for Nebraska. It sucks Nebraska didn't recruit him. He went to Ohio State. He goes to LSU. He does not. He's not a Heisman winner. Look, with him, Nebraska's not winning the national championship. It's not going to happen. But he's not a Heisman winner. He's not the #1 overall pick in the draft. He's not in a Super Bowl.
He's not starting.
He's not, the highest paid player in the NFL. Like, none of that happens if he comes to Nebraska during that time period, because it all lined up perfectly where the offensive line, all of the weapons, the defense, all of the coaching at LSU lined up perfectly with his skill set and his swagger and charisma for all of this to happen.
Best decision he ever made.
Oak Valley Husker says Joe Burrow is pretty good, but did you see the guy we had?
No,
he wouldn't have.
After year one, after freshman Adrian Martinez, I mean,
he would not have started.
Forget the rest of it. Okay, forget the second year. Just after year one,
Heisman.
Joe Burrow had not started a game or played all that much at Ohio State.
Yep.
I mean,
he would not have started it.
It made sense. You could criticize Frost for everything else, but in that moment, it made sense.
He did Burrow a favor.
Yep.
And here's the thing. This kind of leads up to later what I'll talk about, the 80 attitude adjustment. But I'm going to say it right now. I'm just going to repeat it. Sometimes the best things that don't happen are the best things.
Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers.
It's true. I'm serious. Sometimes the best things that don't happen are the best things that happen, because he would have there's no way. There's no way. History.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. It is Colorado in about 24 hours from right now. Folks will be getting ready to take care of business there in Boulder. The mass amount of people that'll be there. There'll be liquids flowing, probably a substance in the air, quite thick as well. I'm going for history. The worst loss in that hurt me the most against Colorado. They all did. But on November 23rd, Folsom Field, 2001, They beat us 62-36. Nebraska's national title hopes collapsed under Colorado Avalanche. Chris Brown, 6 touchdowns. His 14th ranked posted a stunning 62-36 over Big 12 conference victory. We were number 2 at the time. The Cornhuskers, we allowed the most points in school history, topping the 61 that was surrendered to a loss at Minnesota in 1945. They jumped to a 28-3 lead in one quarter, and they shredded the heck out of us that game. Raff, that game was like sickening.
Yep, I was there. Good Lord.
How bad was it,
You have a look of like nightmares on your face.
How bad was it, Raff?
I got in the car and drove all the way back home right after.
Wow.
Was it a quiet ride too?
All by myself. All by myself. It was one of those moments where I was like, why did I do this? But it was, remember how crazy that was after that game? Because it was trying to determine would Nebraska get in the national championship game, and they had all those computer polls back in the time selecting, and Nebraska ended up getting into the title game. But that game that was just so crazy because they had one play that they kept on running. I forgot what the name of. Every Colorado fan probably knows the exact name of the play.
I think it was wasn't it that counter?
Yeah, and it's like Chris Brown gone.
Yep.
Chris Brown gone.
And he's gone.
Chris Brown gone again.
And he's gone.
I mean, him and Purify just absolutely destroyed us in that game, man. I mean, just destroyed us in that game. That game hurt like crazy just watching it, just to be just beat down that bad by another team.
Yep. Another game that sticks out in my mind with Colorado is that 27-12 game in 91, I think it was, when 1990. That was Kenny Walker's last home game.
Yeah.
They did the silent cheer.
Yeah.
And it was at home. Nebraska's up 12-0 going into the fourth quarter. And then Eric Bieniemy went crazy in the fourth quarter and they ended up winning 27-12, I believe.
That was the 1990s when that happened. 1990, 27-12. 1991 was the tie, 1919. That was the tie that year. And then we beat the brakes off them in 92, 52-7, 1993, 121-17, 94, 24-7, 95, 44-21. And there was a slew of wins from 2000 basically to 1992 that we didn't lose to Colorado. But we'll get to our predictions later on that. But that was the history for today. Hopefully Nebraska can bring back the power of 2010. I know that's a long time ago now, but we beat them 45-17 there in Lincoln by 28. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Also want to get your insight on tomorrow. Ron said Raff took his ball and went home.
I did.
I'm out.
I do have a report from Boulder. Nick Sainert is alive.
Is he alive?
Nick Sainert is alive.
Is he alive? What is he doing?
He's having the worst continental breakfast that he's ever had, he said.
Wow.
Yeah, here he goes. Good morning from the worst continental breakfast ever had. Wait on my Jay Foreman chariot. Oh, man.
You got that text, right, Rico?
No.
Oh,
we got to get on. We got to get on Nick, man. How you gonna leave your co-host?
what is going
like
on
that,
here?
man? Come on, Nick.
I don't get this.
We're raising you better
No,
than
it's,
that, man.
no, it's fine. I'm over it. He likes you guys better than he likes me.
No, I don't think
It's funny because his name is on our show, but he likes you guys more. So it's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, AD, we got to talk about wins. My favorite Nebraska win, Halloween, 52-7. Tommy Frazier's freshman
But
year.
no, you can't.
That was
No,
buck wild.
you're talking
Favorite win.
about. No, you're talking about
52-7.
history.
That's
what
history.
happened on this day.
No,
That's Halloween. Is not today. It
Yeah,
wasn't this.
different
It wasn't
days.
this day years
Ah,
ago.
whatever. neither was that 62-36 game.
Yeah, it exists.
So yeah, so 52-7. Calvin might have took off his helmet maybe 3 yards out of the end zone, or threw the ball down. I mean, details.
When he took off his helmet, coach said to Calvin, he goes, Calvin, I think they all know what you look like now. Let's keep our helmets on from here on out. I think they know what you look like.
That game was actually the game for me that kind of was a sign to me that we'd win the national championship. It was a play that got called back, but Tommy scored on an option, takes off his helmet, looks up into the crowd and hits the number one sign. And right then I said, we're going to win the national championship. That was the sign for me, even though the play got called back.
I've never had one of those.
I love those. I love those signs.
Never seen one of those.
It's all about the signs.
Oh, man. Folks, we'll be right back because we have a lot of Husker football to discuss. We got a lot of clips, sound bites we want to play back. And keys to the game. We've talked about this ad nauseum all week. This will be kind of the crescendo of it. But, man, it is. I'm getting excited, man. I'm getting excited. And I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic of a few things happen, which we'll discuss when we come back. It's The Drive. Take it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM for 93.7 The Ticket.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We've got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast. So make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. Just go out there and do your best, kid. But your best isn't good enough. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field. We need your support. Suit up. It's game time.
Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards Luncheon on October 6th in Lincoln. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. Most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday. Big game tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time kickoff. Deion Sanders says it's personal. It's personal.
You know, there was a great write-up.
But why?
There was a write-up in the Journal Star with Deion talking with Steve Taylor, of course, our Rico's co-host on the show on Wednesdays, rapping with Rico, and also
Steve didn't tell me that he was talking to Deion.
Yeah, those guys go back since they're they were both chosen as All-Americans.
Rude.
And Broderick Thomas, former Nebraska defensive end.
Nobody tells me anything.
Nick, don't call him. Nick, don't text him.
I'm just in the dark here.
I don't have any co-hosts.
These guys are just leaving me hanging. They're just using me for my tech abilities.
Ridiculous.
But it was a great article about Broderick Thomas and the friendship between Broderick and Deion. Their moms are best friends still to this day. But I remember when my older brother Mark was the equipment manager here at Nebraska during those years too. I remember when Deion came to a Nebraska game for to watch Broderick play. Broderick went to go watch, Deion play one of his last games at Florida State. So those guys developed a relationship. They were the only two sophomores on that Playboy All-American team. So they developed that relationship all those years ago, and it just continues to go to these days, which is pretty cool to see that. Because when I was a kid, I remember seeing Deion in the locker room because my brother allowed us in the locker room because he was the equipment manager. So I was like, oh, that's Deion. It was Deion, but he wasn't like prime time at the point. You just knew Deion Sanders.
That was Neon Deion back then.
Yeah. So it's good to see those relationships forged well beyond the field, which is, it's like Pete Ferguson's show. Shout out to Pete Ferguson. Check him out 8 to 9 a.m. on Bigger Than the Score here at the Ticket. But like you talk, it's bigger than the score. Those relationships go a long way. To your point, though, it says, we don't like Nebraska. That part I thought was kind of funny. And you don't even know the history. I mean, you got to speak a crash course on it. You haven't been there long enough not to like Nebraska, but you learn quick, which is fine.
I'm fine with it because I don't like Colorado. So
yeah,
boom.
I don't
take
like,
that,
I don't
Prime.
Like I do not like
I
Colorado.
hope you lose every single game, Prime.
Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what Prime. I hope we beat him by 50 tomorrow. If he wins the rest, I do want him to be successful, just not against us. Just not against us.
That checks out.
Yeah, not against us. In the
not me.
Well, he doesn't.
I hope he loses every game.
Yeah, I'm talking about
because Colorado doesn't like Nebraska. We don't like Colorado.
I'm going to say this.
To lose every game.
I'm going to say this though. My fraternity brothers and a number of my former teammates all want him to do well, except when he plays us. Because for us, it's bigger than the game because he's opening up doors for other coaches of color as far as that goes. When you have a league of 133 schools, you got 12 coaches of color, there's a problem. In the NFL, when you have to have the Rooney Rule just for a minority even to get an interview, You know, some people don't like his swagger and all the rest. I get that, but to me, it's bigger than all the swagger. And it's opportunities for people to get their jobs in. So I hope we blow him up by 150 tomorrow. Is that likely? No. But my thing is a little different in that I want to be successful, but I still hate Colorado. I'm rooting for him, not them. I'll put it that way.
I think he's a great coach. I mean, his coaching, I mean, amazing. I mean, I've always been a Dion guy. My buddy, always a Dion guy, but he's the coach of Colorado. So
I hate Colorado. I can't stand Colorado.
I think he has I think he was like 23-6 at Jackson State in his 3 or 4 years there.
And I mean, honestly, how long is he going to be at Colorado for anyway? I'm taking 2-3 years.
I mean,
here's the deal, though, y'all. I think
done after this year. He's a junior. He can go to the NFL.
Here's why I think all this premature. Dion's coached 1 game at Colorado.
Oh yeah,
2 tomorrow. Reality is this: man, we don't know how successful this dude's gonna be, man.
Oh, I didn't mean successful. I mean get fired.
No. Well, hey, that could happen too. You don't know. I mean, college football.
Colorado can't afford to fire him.
Yeah, this stuff is
Fox would be devastated.
They couldn't afford to hire him. They can't afford to fire him.
I don't know. Okay, Spotted Cow, I'm gonna ask you this, man. You said this. I don't want Prime to be successful because he's at Colorado. Send him back to the FCS where he belongs, or FCU. I'd root for him there. You know, I don't understand what might be where he belongs. I'm not sure what you mean by that. FSU, I can see that. But I think a coach, regardless of their black, white, orange, or yellow, should get an opportunity if their resume proves that they should. You know, I don't think anybody belongs anywhere. They belong where they get an opportunity at.
He's also, I don't think he's going to go to FSU. He mentioned it before when somebody asked him about that job. He said, I didn't graduate from FSU. I graduated from an HBCU because he didn't graduate from FSU. He left early.
Yeah.
So
I think they rubbed him the wrong way when he said that too.
Yeah, because he's like, I don't care about Florida State.
Well, Spotted Cow, I'm with you though, man. I want to root for him. Like I said, I hate Colorado, so it's definitely a tough thing for me because I can't stand freaking Colorado. Colorado is number 1, and then Iowa is number 2, and a close number 2. The reason why I got more respect for Colorado, though, at least they've won a championship.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah, my thing. If you want some championships, I'm gonna respect you. I'm not gonna like you, but I'm gonna respect you. The thing I can't stand what Iowa's like. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. We're not even talking about.
I don't know. I still don't. It's
Spotted Cow said I'm just talking smack, and I love it.
I
love it, Spotted Cow.
I still don't think that Dion at Colorado looks right. Like the swagger and everything from Dion, and then the Colorado. He's made those colors look a lot better, but I still don't. If there's a university that Dion will be at for a long time, or that his style, his persona, his energy fits at, it's not Colorado. At least for me, it just doesn't feel right.
You know what feels right? $29 million.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But I see your point, though. To where you see him someplace out, even on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in LA, somewhere like in the SEC or something like that. But again, to me, all the talk is premature because it's 1 game. Tomorrow it'll be 2. And to me, you don't get a true assessment. Let's be honest. November. That's when you know. That's when we're going to know about Coach Rule.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when some of the Husker fans, and not all, but some of the Husker fans, it's the same thing. Well, yeah, we have seen the same ending a lot of times. So I can see where people are coming from.
Yeah.
But to me, we don't get a true assessment of Rule until after this year and say, okay, here's where we're at with the guys we have here. Okay. And I'm glad I've not heard that from Coach Rule. Well, this is what I've been left with. When coaches say that infuriates me.
He said, these are my guys.
These are my guys. I hate when a coach says that. Well, this is what I've been left with. If you're one of the players, well, how do you feel then?
And everybody's like, wait till he gets his guys in here. Like,
yeah, so what are we?
Took over the team. These are my guys. A Big Slim has a point. Can you imagine Dion and his swagger at Oregon?
Ooh, that's a lot of gear, too.
That would be fun.
That's a lot of gear, too.
Talk about neon Dion.
Hey, unknown texter says, I don't care who coaches Colorado. My brother could be the head coach, and I would still blank the Buffaloes.
Boom.
Hey, dog.
4990.
Hey.
You're my guy or girl.
I don't care.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't care if it's my brother. I don't want to win.
What I'm preaching right there. That is what I'm preaching.
You know what?
I don't have that.
That is what I'm preaching.
I don't have that kind of hatred for any
My
college
man
football team.
Hey, this is the man says, I don't care if my brother's coaching him. I'm not cheering.
Can you imagine?
That's going to be an interesting Thanksgiving.
It's like,
It's
hey,
personal.
It's like, hey, bro, like,
man.
don't look at me.
Yeah. And I'm going to read some more of these. Spotted Kyle, you're right, man. If he has a great season, that program will be scary, scary good. He could recruit the base of the best. He could recruit the best, the base of the best. He can. And I agree. They're going to be scary if he's successful there. And I hold him to the same measuring stick that I hold Rule in that you don't. And you know what? TCU, we don't know how good they're going to be. Minnesota, it's just one game. It's too early. And I said it on Tuesday. Clemson could reel off a ton. First of all, they got a cupcake schedule for the next few weeks until they play Florida State. I believe it's what they got coming up.
Who?
Clemson.
Oh yeah.
People were already saying it's the when Feinbaum came up and said, the legacy's over. You don't know that after one game. Now, if they're still sputtering at 5 games in, they're like, yeah, it's not looking good.
I don't know. They lost to Duke. It was not a great loss.
It's not a great
But we
loss.
don't know. Maybe Duke is a national.
You don't
title
know how
contender.
bad. You don't know how bad Clemson played that night, or how good Duke really is. To me, any game won, pro or college, is way too early to signify what a team's going to do for the whole
making
year.
my assessments.
AD, appreciate it. Not going to work. They suck.
Everything is final.
Gotta go.
Everything is final. Colorado has the best offense in the nation. Nebraska has the top 10 defense.
Yep.
It's going to be a great matchup.
Greatest quarterback in the history of college football. Greatest receivers. Greatest running back.
I have no other
greatest
thoughts.
Adjourned.
No notes. No notes. We do have a caller, though.
Yes.
Matthew and Hickman.
Matt from Hickman, what's up, man?
Hey, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? Raff, AD, man. Rico, it's always good to hear from you guys. Well, welcome home, Raff. We missed you. Back
Yeah.
when you were out in Grand Island.
We always miss our Rav.
No, we didn't.
Shush
Hey,
it,
taking
Rico.
out, obviously, we wish that Nebraska was 1-0 right now, right? But I think all the stars are kind of aligning, and I don't know if the Husker fan base is looking at this in the right way. We get a chance tomorrow now to come out and prove everything that Rule's been talking about since he got here, which seems like, geez, man, like 6 years ago at this point. But we get a chance to come out. We get a chance run the ball. We get a chance of pounding ground, man. We get a chance to do all the things he's talked about since last, November, December. And then who cares who's on the other side, right? I'm kind of with you, AD. Like I want Coach Prime to do well, because I want him to show the world that coaching style and that coaching philosophy of being here for the molder of young men and the way he does things, I want him to be successful. Win them all, but this next one, right?
Oh, Colorado, lose them all.
Coaching, boys.
Yeah.
He's got the whole. He speaks the player talk, and I know that the old timers hate to hear it.
Right.
But he's recruiting the way he knows how, man, and that's being a molder of men and relating with those players.
Right.
Obviously, go Big Red all day till I die, but I'm thinking right now is perfect time for Rule to come out and prove it. Right?
Yes.
Not Rule, sorry, the players that Rule are coaching, the people that he is leading. Come out and prove everything you've talked about for the last 8 months. Hey, let's ground and pound, man. Let's run the ball. Let's run down the middle. They're soft in the middle. Let's prove it tomorrow. Go Big Red. Hey, appreciate you boys. Raff, AD, love you guys.
Matt,
Thanks, man.
love you too, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Great points, man. And it is. Tomorrow is a epic opportunity for Nebraska football, man. I mean, literally, it's the only game that's going to be on at that time. And it's the eyes of the college football fans are going to be on that game. I mean, 11 o'clock kickoff, 10 o'clock West Coast time, Mountain time, 9 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. You're going to be, think about that, 9 o'clock game if you're in California watching that game.
The Pac-12 office is going to be watching this going, man, really wish we would have kept things together.
Exactly. They may have some Baileys in their coffee.
This sucks.
This is what this looks like if you take care of business. But Nebraska has an amazing opportunity. You guys, here's the thing, man. As we segue into this, I know Texter from Fall City. That is funny. Colorado.
That one too.
That's pretty good, Raff. Colorado is one Midwestern school that is hip enough for Coach Prime. Only school in country where making a bong in art shop class is a requirement. I hope he stays there a long time. Let's get Colorado on schedule every year. With us both good, it'll be one of the biggest games every year. I agree with you, man. I'd like that tradition to keep going. Rico, let's get some clips, man, if we could, my man. From
Do you want to hit a break and then hit?
Yeah. Let's hit a quick break, folks. We'll be back with some clips from yesterday, and we'll close out the hour of the show with just clips and discussing the big game tomorrow and keys to victory. Because, guys, I do think we can beat Colorado. If, and we'll talk about the ifs when we come back. Raff's ifs, Nick's ifs, your ifs. 90.7 the ticket.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Winning a new truck playing Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Price Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hot tub season is here, and to celebrate, Bonsall Pool and Spa is having a Labor Day sale so good that they're offering it for the whole week. Purchase a new High Life Collection or Limelight Collection spa and receive a free step and cover lifter from now until September 11th. Stock will go fast, so hurry in and claim your new spa today. It's the Labor Day sale from September 1st through the 11th at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2 or at bonsallpool.com.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards Luncheon on October 6th in Lincoln. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire, 402-560-6197.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. This is The Drive and 3.7 The Ticket. We are proudly, or this segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill just south of Lincoln Southwest High School, 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit FlorialsNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. It's Friday. It's Florial's. Get there ASAP.
Folks, big
Boom.
shout out to Florios.
I was waiting for you to say boom.
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 Got it.
Big shout out to Florios and their continued support. Best. Appreciate it, man. We got some clips from yesterday's presser with Coach Rule. We're going to roll right into those if we can, Rico.
Yeah, we will. And, something that you mentioned about how Nebraska can control this game and something that Matthew Hickman mentioned with grounded pound. Matt Rule was asked yesterday about the anticipation or if he's anticipating any more carries for Gabe Ervin and the running backs in this game against Colorado. And here's what he said.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, I think anytime someone has 8 yards to carry, they should touch the ball more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they should and had a great long run. So we'll see how the game goes. A large part of this is, if they're going to score 45, then it might alter how we play. If our defense, plays well the way we think we're capable of, keep it a close game, then we can maybe run the ball a little more. But, I think Gabe's a factor. Ramir's a factor. Those guys have to play really well for us. I think they had explosive plays in the last game, one on the kickoff return, one running, that allowed us to get going. So I'm hoping we start with a little more rhythm than we did the last game. But no matter how we start, we're gonna think about the last 5 minutes of last game and how we can improve that in this game.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, doesn't really sound like there's going to be a commitment to the running game quite that much. Maybe.
Well, I think that first part
I heard differently. I think
that first part of it was kind of telling in not telling, but kind of it seemed like he may, and I'm reading too much into this, which I love doing, that he might have been a little upset with Satterfield in the last game.
We'll see. I mean, I think anytime someone has 8 yards to carry, they should touch the ball more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
right there. Anytime someone averages 8 yards a carry, they should touch the ball more.
It feels like he might be a little salty.
Here's some Rico.
Because he mentioned it before. He's not calling plays.
Yes.
He's letting his offensive and defensive coordinators call these plays so that he can do the head coach thing on the sideline and be the guy who talks to the guys when they come off the field and tries to encourage everybody and do whatever he has to do, play at a CEO role where he's making sure everybody's in the right place, lined up right, doing all these things. But he's not going to be calling the plays because he doesn't want to take away from him talking to his special teams or talking to his defense while his offense is on the field, or talking to his offense when his defense is on the field. So as of right now, he's not calling the plays, and it seems like in that first part that he might have been a little upset about Gabe not getting the ball more.
But he's on. The only thing with that though is he's on the phones though, like he's talking, and usually the head coach can say, "Hey, man, the coach always has like the final say, even though he's not calling the plays. He can definitely put a word in
exert
and be
himself.
like, "Hey, coach, maybe we might want to look at the running game a little bit more here." Or
You know what? I tell you what, Raff, and I think you're spot on. Rico, I agree. I think Coach Rule is going to insert himself more than we know, because we can all assume, we can guess, but I assure you that Coach Rule is going to insert himself if he thinks things going awry, away from things that are working. If nothing else, from that statement right there. Will you please play again, Rico? Thanks, my man.
We'll see. I mean, I think anytime somebody yards to carry, they should touch the ball more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they should and had a great long run. So we'll see how the game goes.
That's just we'll see how the game goes.
And
I see what you're saying when it's like maybe not.
well, most running backs too, you like to get them going. That was what worried me the most about the first half was like he only had 2 carries. So I was like, you've done nothing to get this guy going, getting him to feel the groove of the game and getting him some carries. I mean, I think running the ball is just so for Nebraska. I just think it helps Nebraska in so many ways, not only for help the passing game, it gets that clock moving and you run time off the clock. If like he said, well, if it ends up being a shootout, well, Nebraska, you have ways of keeping this from becoming a shootout by playing some ball control and keeping that offense off the field, because that's a great way of defense too for Nebraska. Keeping their offense off the field, they're going to get frustrated. Then when they do get in, they're going to press because they're going to want to score fast. So as much ball control and as much running the ball as you can do, I think that is Nebraska's key for success against Colorado.
You mentioned getting the running backs going. That would mean running more plays. And Rule was asked about how they have to get more plays on offense to establish their playmakers. And here's what he had to say.
I think number one, we have to have more plays than that. So only 3 drives in the first half. Some of it being the new clock rules, but a lot of it just being kind of the flow of the game early. And I think that's when you see college football. Even the great game versus TCU and Colorado. I mean, it was 14-14 and 14-17. Ended up 48-40. So a lot of scoring is going to happen in the second halves, right? As teams kind of get into a rhythm. So I think for us, it's converting third downs, not turning the ball over. When you have 4 turnovers, you're going to have less plays, obviously. And then on defense, challenge those guys to be good on third down. I mean, you look at what Colorado did in the last game. I think they were 5 for 5 touchdowns in the red zone, and they won third down. So we have to be good on third down defense. We have to try to take the ball away. Shedeur did a great job protecting the football.
It's there's a few of the text on here, and this Big Daddy Travis Satterfield is a pass first OC. Colorado gave up 8 yards per carry against TCU. If we don't try to pound it down their throat, it's Whipple 2.0 instead of sticking to it. Byron the Hog Farmer. Satterfield needs better pass concepts for Sims crossing routes to get him rolling out. There's a number of texts that keep coming up, Satterfield, because the reality is that's what my eyes are on the play calling right at this point. And Coach Bush nailed it on the defense. Our defense, I don't think they've seen speed. So it's not like that they're going to be like, wow, look at Hunter. Wow, Weaver's fast. Wow, oh my gosh, look how fast Horn is. They've seen that before. First of all, these guys went against Trey Palmer last year. The guy went with the second fastest time in the combine. So it's not like the speed is going to overwhelm them. My thing is on the defense. So they're not going to be overwhelmed that side.
Yep.
So defensively, I feel a little more comfortable. I could be wrong, but I feel more comfortable. Offensively, by averaging almost 8 yards a carry in the go away from it, your starting running back had 2 carries in the first half. 9 total. And we got away from it. That's my if. Nebraska has an opportunity if we take what the defense gives us. And so far, when we seen last week, now that was last week against TCU, but when we saw kind of a porous defensive front that Colorado has, run the ball. I'm not saying you have to run 90% of the time. I'm not even saying 80% of the time. But I will say this, if you're averaging 6 or 7 a pop, you better run it 80% of the time. Take what they give you. Don't get so creative that you get outside of your concepts and your strengths. I would love to see Gabe Urban with 20 carries a game and see what he would look like. minimum.
Mm-hmm.
15 to 20 minimum to see what he would look like. And you got a porous defensive line from what we've seen, an offensive line that outweighs these guys. And all summer we heard, pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. Well, let's see it.
Put a fullback in.
That'd be nice.
Liebenschert wants to hit people.
Let him hit people.
Dave Renew says not 90%, but you better run 89.9%.
I want your run pass to be the same as the Colorado to Nebraska fan base in Folsom Field,
Yeah.
60-40.
I just go back. It's like if you can run the ball, you're going to see a much better throwing the ball out of Jeff Sims. You will see improvement out of him because it will make it easier for him.
Yeah.
If we have to, once again, I say it again, if we get in a throwing game with Colorado, it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not going to bode well.
And I mean, you can still run with Sims while, if you want to keep that quarterback run game going, you can still run with Sims while giving Gabe Irvin a heavy dose of carries. And then, mixing in some passes for me. Look, if you get enough plays in, you're going to have a decent amount of runs and passes. So, I mean, last week with 57, 58 plays, however many plays they had last week, it's just not enough.
No,
it's just not enough to do everything that you want to do. So that could also account for them not getting into a rhythm because they didn't have enough plays to run. So that's, like he said, like Rule said in that clip, you need to work on converting those third downs, and your defense needs to work on getting the other team off of the field on third down and keep hold of the ball. You can't afford 4 turnovers.
Run that clock. Get that team frustrated.
A name he didn't mention when he was talking running backs, he said Gabe and Ramir. Didn't mention Anthony Grant. Maybe we'll talk about him later at a different point or something. But
you know what, Rico? I'm gonna tell you this, man. Grant was we rode him hard last year, and didn't cough the ball up.
He only had 3 fumbles and 200 and carries.
Yeah, and I don't know where that bugaboo's come, but it's kind of like the yips in golf or the or whatever basketball, whatever you want to call it in whatever sport. It's nothing personal against Grant because reality is this long season you're going to need all 3 backs.
Oh yeah.
So you have to have Grant recover quickly. You can't give him the chance, though, in the clutch when you have to have ball security. You have to earn your way back into that. So tomorrow I'm hoping you give the lion's share to your the reason why they're 1 and 2 because that's how they grade it out. Play them that way.
Yeah.
Play them that way. Because that would be a mixed message to me if I'm a starter. It's like, wait a minute, dude. If I'm number 1 because I'm holding on to the ball, why in the game right now?
In terms of running backs, Anthony Grant had the most carries.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ramir right now. I mean, Ramir thinks he's going into the game number 2, and he has 1 carry for -1 yard. I'm like, I'd be sitting there going, I thought I was number 2.
Yep. Thought I was supposed to get these carries that he's okay.
Right.
All right, cool.
We could play a few more if we could.
Let me see. Oh, speaking about playmakers, he's hoping the young wide receivers see playing time as an opportunity.
Yeah, I can't speak for them. I just I hope so. I certainly hope that they recognize that it's an opportunity for them, but more importantly, the team's counting on them. And but all of this is a process, right? All of this it's really hard to be a young player and come in and play right away. So we don't have many true freshmen playing that weren't here in the winter. So they're coming along, and as Coach Paterno used to say, it's better a play too late than a play too early. Some of these guys were working overtime to get them ready.
So you might see some of the younger wide receivers, Malachi Coleman, Jalen Lloyd, Jaden Doss. It's any of those younger wide receivers might be making some type of impact, especially with the loss of IGC to a torn ACL. Unfortunately, on his birthday, that sucks. On his birthday, tears his ACL against Minnesota. He's out for the rest of the year, so somebody's going to have to step up and step in.
You need Billy Kemp. He's got to step up.
Oh, it's necessary.
That was the talk. He's got to step up. Josh Fleeks. You got to get him.
He didn't get the game.
Yeah, there's people, there's playmakers there. It's just a matter of getting them on the field and getting them some touches.
The receiving corps is again Kemp. It's going to be imperative we get him the ball, and I don't care if it's reverse, whatever. Kind of like we did with Jalen Lloyd.
Yep.
I was glad to see him get a touch, but the run opens up those type of pass patterns. The hooks, the curls, those short ones where you get a lot of your receivers to be open in space and to make moves and to get those types of plays, 8-9 yards here. But if there's no threat, defense is going to you ain't going to throw it anyway. And if you do, I'm going to be sitting right here. So it's going to be important that you get those backers starting to cheat up, and then catch them. And like Raff's mentioned, bring the fullback in. You talked about it all off season.
Do it.
even just for the looks. And sometimes he doesn't even touch the ball, but you got to play chess and not checkers. You got to say, what did we see on that? Did they buy? So you have to sometimes call a play, knowing it may not render 5 or 6, but it may render you 3, and it gives you a look at what they're going to do in certain situations, down and distance situations. So, but
they're already showing that, they're weak in the middle against running game.
Very porous.
So go in there, pound the ball, take your 3, take your 4 yards, and just keep on taking it. It's not, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Nebraska's got lost in they're always trying to scheme or whatever, trying for that big play that never happens.
They're trying to outsmart themselves.
Yeah, they're trying too hard. And it's like, just go back to your basic football. Like we were saying yesterday, Nebraska football DNA is power football, running the ball. Go to it. Use it. I mean, it works. Nothing's changed.
It's something to where I hope they can get figured out. It's not something that's going to be very hard. I can't say not hard to figure it out, but I'm simply saying if you go with you establish that run game, you simplify the game quite a bit from that aspect of things. So, folks, we got one more segment left. We got RGT coming up, history, and we are almost close to kickoff. This time tomorrow, we'll be about an hour and 12 minutes away from game time. We'll be right back. The Drive.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of fans here at the track, or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight to move on to the next round and keep their championship hopes alive. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland, the thrill of speed, or the sounds of grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be one memorable weekend. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer, and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m., and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. To keep your property free from leaks and other issues, call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire, 402-560-6197.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Winning a new truck playing trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with more areas of smoke and haze and an afternoon high around 86. Tonight, mostly clear skies and a low around 60. Tomorrow, we'll see a chance for showers and storms, especially in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and a high around 86. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. It's The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. And big thanks to my man Magic for coming in over the break and showing me that beautiful Raff's Roadies sign that he made. I believe it's a movement, and that movement is growing. Raff's Roadies.
What is it? What is Raff's Roadies? Like, what is the meaning of it? Like, what is it?
Well,
why does it exist?
Why did you decide on roadies?
Why did it even exist?
It's like a fan club. It's a fan club. I believe one of the listeners commented there should be a Raff's Roadies. Like,
no one commented about any of that.
Yeah, there was. It was on the text line.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, yes, it was. Text line, help me out here. Somebody texted in and said Raff's Roadies.
That's good.
Why roadies?
I don't know why. That's what the text line named it. We can change the name if need be, but this movement is growing.
What does Raff's Roadies mean? Like, what is it? The meaning of it?
It's just a group that celebrates life and enjoys every day, and just a bunch of good people that just want to make people smile.
Let's play the RGT if we could, please.
Feel free to join. Time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now.
I'm not going to say anything. I just know. Just know.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Rebecca and Derek Pearson, affectionately known as DP. Just going down to the studio last night and seeing what they've created. I mean, it is so amazing. I'm so excited for everyone to get down there and check it out when we get open down there. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's like one of those things that, like, you think about something and how good something could possibly be, but you think there's no way that could happen. And then you go down last night and see what's going to happen. And it's just amazing that the dreams that Rebecca and DP have had and just what they put into it, and just excited to actually get down there and show it off to everybody. So Raff's good take goes out to the two dreamers, I guess, because they made their dreams come true.
Well
and our
done,
dreams.
brother. Absolutely. It was an amazing vision they had, and you see it come to fruition to serve the city. And it's like I said in the post yesterday, man, we're just grateful and blessed to be a part of that. So big shout out to Beck and DP, man. Big shout out to the entire the ticket team. Mark, his tireless work with his life he's been doing with the past year, and just to be relentless about it. We tease a lot, but Rico, holding it down here when everybody's out of town, and Jake and Harrison at night, the team that's here on the weekends, and I can go on and on. The entire team, it's definitely a group effort, and caught the vision doing the same thing. So big shout out, great RGT on there, Raff. The AD Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. IOC is hiring for direct professionals, support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at IOC.net/careers. Folks, the AD Attitude Adjustment is what I mentioned earlier. Sometimes the things that don't happen are the best things. Sometimes the things that don't happen are the best things. I heard that The Rock mentioned that. He was talking to a football team, one of these video clips, that he wanted to make the NFL so bad. And me and Raff were watching the Day by Day documentary, which, by the way, folks, you have not seen that yet. You can watch it on Apple, as well as Amazon Prime. Me and Raff watched it yesterday, and outstanding job. So huge shout out to Josh Davis and his whole entire team that filmed
Mark
that.
Brungart too, I believe.
Yes, yeah, Mark Brungart. That whole entire team was fantastic, well done. So definitely check that out. You can watch it. You can stream it on Amazon Prime as well as on Apple. But there was The Rock. He was actually interviewed there, not as The Rock, but as a player. We play, man. We looked at it, it was like, man, that's The Rock. That kid had no idea at that point. I just want to go to the NFL. Well, the guy's one of the highest paid actors, if not the highest paid actor in the world right now. But he said, one of the things he said, he goes, sometimes the things that I prayed for, I'm glad they weren't answered. Some of what you said, Rick, I'm glad they weren't answered, the kind of the song you sing, Raff. So sometimes, folks, you're going through something, you're wondering why it's not working. Sometimes, regardless your faith may be, background, sometimes God has a different plan. Sometimes your life is supposed to go in a different trajectory. You don't see it at the time, but I guarantee you, Joe Burrow is saying, I'm glad things worked out the way they did, not how I wanted them to at the time. So we're going to look back at those times. Folks, what I do want to work out, I know Raff does, Nick too, and Rico, the entire team, we want Nebraska to work out and get a win tomorrow. Raff, take us on home, my man.
All right, everybody. It's been another great show. Also, I forgot to add, the Broncos play at 3:25 on Sunday. Just want to let everybody know that it will be on television. So, Rico, come on now. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend and go Big Red.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023. Subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. Here are your Week 2 high school football results. In Class A, Lincoln Southwest would just fall short to Columbus, losing by 3, 24-21. In an inter-city clash, Lincoln East would get their win over Lincoln Southeast, 31-28. In Class B, Elkhorn North would dominate in their win over Lincoln Northwest, 48-13. Lincoln Pius X would also lose in their game against Seward, 20-13. And Waverly would get a win over Beatrice, dominating on offense and defense, winning 42-0. In Class C1, Lincoln Christian beat Platteview 20-13. And switching to volleyball on Tuesday, September 5th, the Lincoln East Spartans would win in their intercity clash against Lincoln North Star in 3 sets. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM.